Okay, so this video is probably going to be a lot. I'm going to go ahead and put a disclaimer here that I'm going to be talking about some pretty heavy stuff here. I just feel like, and I know that this person watches my YouTube videos. I mean, I don't know if she does, but I know she knows I have a channel, and I know she watched my videos in the past when I was younger. And so I have, I have a mom. Everybody has a mom. And she wasn't exactly a good mom. She fucked me up a lot. There was a lot of really fucked up shit that she did to me that I'm not really happy about. And a lot of it still really messed me up today. I think one of the toughest things, and a lot of my friends know this about me and about the struggles that I went through when it came to my mom. When I was younger, my mom and I used to get into these fights where we would yell and we would scream at each other. And sometimes when she would yell at me, I would start crying. And I would try to run away and hide in my bedroom, and she would chase after me and mock my crying very loudly. And try to grab my arm, and sometimes she did, and she would dig her nails into my wrist, and it always hurt. And she always, she always apologized after, but it was never an okay thing for her to do to me. And because of that, I struggled to be emotionally vulnerable with people, because I feel like the way that I was raised by my mom, showing emotions, most people just think she always just thought it was just fake crying, and that's what she always told me, that they were alligator tears, is what she would call them. And that's just one instance of awful things that she's done. Now, don't get me wrong, I've made my fair share of mistakes in my life. Everybody does. But that's still no excuse for the way that she treated me, When I was in junior high, I struggled with self-harm a lot. I struggled with depression really bad. And, I started to self-harm, and when she found out, she wouldn't let me wear long-sleeve shirts, which was fine, understandable. But she would threaten to punish me for self-harming. One time I did it, and she cleaned out my whole entire room. Just took everything out of it except for, like, my bed, my stuffed animals. I didn't even really have books, and that was pretty awful. She always had very high expectations for me, which was another problem. But there was, when she sent me to the BHC, it just kind of felt like she put me in there because she didn't want to put up with my emotions, because after I got out, she would constantly remark that she had to walk around on eggshells for me because the slightest little thing would set me off. And there were moments when we get into fights and I would cry, and she would tell me, well, why don't you just go cut yourself? And that's pretty fucked up, And like, I love her. I really do. I love my mom, but she's not a good person. And I've been wanting to say all of this for so long. I've been wanting to tell people that, like, if you are experiencing these things, it's not okay for people to treat you this way. Being treated like that is not an okay thing. 100%. It's not okay. You shouldn't ever have to feel like you have to be something that you're not, or feel like you have to act a certain way. You should just be okay with being yourself. And I feel like she was scared of me turning into my dad. And I'm not even going to get into all of that because that's just too much drama. But there was recently the worst thing that happened. Not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before, I went to Christmas Eve at my grandma's like I do every year. My stepdad's mom's house, I mean. And, it's always fun. We eat food, we sit around and open presents, and it's always a good time. When I went the year before last, my mom made a comment about the tights that my granddad got me, because she got me a small, and she said, oh, I hope they fit. And I'm like, oh, they'll fit just fine. And my mom said, don't worry, they won't in a few years. And I was like, Mom, I'm not gonna get fat. And she's like, yeah, that's what I said too. And it seemed like she was being passive aggressive in a way, and it kind of hurt my feelings. And there were some other comments that she had made, and she was being really passive aggressive towards my boyfriend, Charlie. And on the way home, I just ended up crying. So So, last year in December of 2020, I texted her and I said, hey, I know I go every year, but I really need some time to work on myself and on my mental health. And I told her that sometimes her jokes hurt my feelings and that I really just wanted to spend this Christmas Eve with Charlie and just, just take a break. And I told her, I didn't want anybody to think that I was trying to avoid them or anything. I've never really completely felt at home with that side of the family. I've always felt like a black sheep. Because, I'm technically not blood related to them, so they don't have to treat me like a family member. I mean, they always have. They've been good to me. They've been nice to me, which is great, but I just, and she said, okay, whatever you need to do. And then I checked her Facebook later just because I wanted to get these pictures she had of my little brother on there that were super cute. And she would make like these passive aggressive posts. And I'll put those pictures up for you guys so you can see how she was acting. And it really it fucking broke me, man. It really fucking hurt. Just to think about the fact that she feels that way and that she wants people to feel sorry for her, and it was like she was playing the victim, and that really hurt. And I talked to my dad about this, and we, he was married to her, he's my dad, and we've both noticed that she can be really passive aggressive when she doesn't get her way with things, and she's been tormenting me for 21 years, almost 22 now, and I'm finally at the point to where I'm like done. I mean, I've only stood up to my mom about 2, maybe 3 times in my life. This time I'm holding back because I don't want to give her what she wants and cause a big fight to break out and everybody's angry and upset. But the first time I stood up to her, I don't remember how old I was, but we were yelling at each other and she got up in my face, and as an instinct, I got back up in hers and she shoved me and I me that she would knock me the fuck out. And that's not okay. That's 100% not okay at all. And I never stood up to her again because I was scared. And then I stood up to her because she knew that my dad and I were reconnected, and she acted like she was fine with it. And then I post a picture of me and my dad on Facebook, For once, I'm just like, why don't I just be an adult and not censor myself? I mean, if people don't like what I post, that's okay. That's their problem. But I should be free to post whatever I want. I'm an adult now. And I posted a picture of us. And she said, wow, I really see where we stand now in your life. This is such a slap to the face. And that really hurt. That hurt a lot. And so I made a second post and I said, okay, if you don't like what I post, then that's fine. You don't have to be my friend on Facebook. And then she sent her best friend Shelly after me, telling me that I hurt my mom and that I needed to apologize because what I did was uncalled for. Like, all I did was post a picture, Like, what's wrong with posting a picture? And I've been wanting to talk about this for so long. I've been wanting to share with you guys the shit that she put me through and why I am the way I am and why I've been so off lately and why I've been so concerned and just strange. I don't know if I really miss my mom. I think I miss the idea of her. The idea of the mom that you're supposed to have. The idea of a mother who is kind and caring and completely supportive. A mom who doesn't try to guilt trip you into things or make you feel bad for decisions that you've made. You're an adult. You should be allowed to make your own decisions. And it just feels like she's constantly judging me or looking at me weird or just treating me like I'm some kind of stranger to her. And I'm sorry if I remind her of my dad, but I can't help it. That's her problem, not mine. I'm just trying to live my life, But this is going to be the first of many deep videos. I'm not going to put them out, all together. I'm just going to post this one now, and I'll post the next one when I feel ready to talk more about this stuff. But I just wanted to share it with you guys, and I just wanted to share a little bit of my story with y'all. And I hope that hearing my story will help you guys realize that if anyone in your life is treating you like this, they're not worth being in your life, and you deserve to be treated better than that, because every human being deserves to be treated with kindness and with love. And anyone who doesn't treat you like that, anyone who treats you like you're a stranger or like you're just a fucking disaster, they are not worth being in your life. And I just want you guys to take what I am saying to heart and to just go on about your life and live it how you want to live it. Who cares what anybody else thinks? Thank you guys for listening, and I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.